For me, the Hunter Mountain Loop really is the quintessential Catskills hiking experience. You pass by 2 lean-tos, a fire tower, multiple views, and you get to experience almost all that the Catskills have to offer, from lowland areas all the way up to high-altitude forests. Over this 9 miles, you really experience everything, and it's one of my very favorite hikes here in the Catskills. After finding myself with a free afternoon, I decided I'd hike Hunter Mountain. Unlike a lot of the Catskills, on Hunter Mountain it's really easy to do a loop hike. I've hiked Hunter Mountain many different ways, and my favorite way to do the mountain is a loop starting at the Spruceton Trailhead. From the trailhead, I follow the Spruceton Trail up Hunter Mountain, past the John Robb Lean to the summit where the fire tower is. At the summit, I follow the Hunter Mountain Trail down the mountain to the Devil's Acre lean-to. From the lean-to, I follow the Devil's Path down into Diamond Notch, where I join with the Diamond Notch Trail, and then follow that back out to Spruceton Road, where I walk a little bit on the road and end up at the Spruceton Trailhead where my truck was waiting for me. About a half a mile from where the trail passes through the notch between Hunter Mountain and Rust Mountain, you come across one of the most reliable springs in the Catskills, and then just beyond, the side trail to the John Robb Lean-to. To get to the John Robb Lean-to, follow the side trail which descends through some interesting rock formations before exiting out from the rocks and then coming to the lean-to on your right. The view in front of the lean-to is not to be missed. If you look all the way to your left, you can sometimes glimpse the top of Hunter Mountain, and if you look to your right, you're looking down the Spruceton Valley. Here we are at the John Robb Lean-to, and this lean-to is really special to me because I had a hand in building it. Back before I was the executive director of the Catskill Center and worked here in the Catskills, I had come back to visit my dad, and he was a volunteer, and he was leading the building of this lean-to. And so over an entire summer, we found a site, got everybody organized, got the logs up, and built the lean-to. And so, you know, this has always been one that is near and dear to my heart. It has an awesome view. It's a great lean-to that's only about 2 miles from the road, but it's definitely quite a climb to get here. Very much a mountain experience. The only challenge is that the way, since the viewpoint has gotten a little bit bigger, the wind tends to blow right into the lean-to. So if there is a storm, it might be a little wet. But other than that, there is nothing to complain about. There's some beautiful campsites around the lean-to, great privy, which is pretty rare in the Catskills, and like I said, an awesome view and almost year-round continuous water on the spring just down the trail. Once you get above the lean-to and then the Colonel's Chair trail, the old Jeep road definitely flattens out as you're on this ridge, but along the ridge there's also a number of swampy areas, and this is one of them. So we'll take some interesting footing to get around. minute or two to follow the short yellow mark side trail opposite of the Becker Hollow Trail out to a viewpoint that offers a slightly overgrown but beautiful vista nevertheless. When you're in the Catskills and you see rocks sweating like this, it's usually a really humid day, but it is also a good sign that those rocks are incredibly slippery. If you look closely while you're walking through the Devil's Acre lean-to area, you'll find coal clinkers. And you may wonder, why is there coal up here on the mountain that's been burned? And what it is there used to be a logging camp in the Devil's Acre area with a series of small railroads that would bring wood from all over the mountain to the logging camp and then down the mountain to Lanesville. So kind of a cool little piece of history. And if you want to learn more, there's a couple books. We'll put the link in the description to those books about the history of these logging railroads here on the Catskills. If you were going to hike Southwest Hunter or Levitt Peak, this is where the herd path turns off of the Devil's Path. So to the right is the Devil's Path, to the left is the herd path, and just over the rise ahead it joins one of those old railroad lines, and you walk along that for quite a ways before you turn up and then bushwhack to the top of Southwest Hunter. It's about a mile to the summit from here, and it's kind of cutting it close tonight, given that I had a late start. I am going to skip doing that. There are no views. Really, the only reason to go to Southwest Hunter is to check out the cool railroad grade that the herd path follows, and then to get to the canister on the trail's peak. So for this hike, I've been there. We are just going to head down the Devil's Path and come out on Spruceton Road and then walk back to the car. make this trip a complete loop, there is some road walking from where the Diamond Notch Trail hits the end of Spruceton Road I think it's about a third of a mile that you walk to get back down to the trailhead for the Spruceton Trail where we started. Really kind of flat, maybe a little bit down as you're going towards the Spruceton Trail lot. Easy walk, and it really makes this an awesome loop. So there is a turnaround at the end of Spruceton Road, but you really should not park there. And this here is the official trailhead parking for the Diamond Notch Trail. So you park there and you walk up just a little bit of the road to the end of the road, and then you're on the trail. For us, we're gonna continue walking. Again, not a bad road, and easy enough to get to the trailhead. Here we are back at the Spruceton parking lot for the Spruceton Trail, and looks like I'm the only one left. And so this concludes the loop without Southwest Hunter and a little bit of trailless climbing there. The whole loop is about 8.5 miles. Looks like fall has arrived in the Catskills. While I was away, we got a few friendly leaves. Just some quick thoughts about this hike. It has to be my top 2 hikes here in the Catskills. The only other one that compares is the loop over Indian Head Mountain, and I would have to, I'd hazard to guess, I've done both of them dozens of times. This loop is the loop that whenever anybody new comes to the Catskills and Mo and I are going to take somebody on a hike, we take them on this. It's got everything. You've got 2 lean-tos, 2 really nice views, a fire tower with an awesome view, along with a waterfall just before you come out. So, you know, it's kind of the quintessential Catskill hike. It's got a little bit of everything and gives you in, you know, somewhere between 8.5 and 11 miles, depending on if you want to do the trailless peak of Southwest Hunter 2. You get like everything Catskills that you could experience. And it's just a lovely hike, and one that I know I will keep doing, and hope that you enjoy it too when you get out here. But definitely worth the time and the effort. It might be the second highest peak in the Catskills, but I think Hunter is much more interesting, better views, better trails. It's nice that you can do a loop. Kind of puts slide, you know, as kind of out of contention, I guess. Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mo.
And we're the Hiker Trash Husbands. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching.